Hello and welcome to another all ages story time from the Jefferson County Public Library. My name is Miss Kara and today I'm joining you from the Hanover branch. Today we'll sing our hello song, we'll sing Open Shut Them, we'll read a story, we'll learn a fun song, we'll read another story, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about a fun craft that you can do at home. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to sing Bread and Butter, Marmalade and Jam, and to sing this song we're going to pat our laps and clap our hands. Are you ready? Here we go. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello! Good, do it again. Hello! Good job. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as soft as we can. Hello. Hello. Can you whisper? Hello. Good. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello. Hello. Good. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Hello. Good. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as short as we can. Hi. Hi. Good. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as long as we can. Hello. Let's try again. Hello. Good. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as nice as we can. Big smiles. Hello. That was wonderful. Now we're going to do our Open Shut Them song, or Open Shut Them rhyme. So go ahead and put your hands up. All right, here we go. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, give a little clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Put them in your lap. Creep them, crawl them, right up to your chin. Open up your mouth, but don't let them in. All right, now we're ready to share a story. Our first story today is Hugless, Douglas. This story is by David Melling. There's two little sheep at the very beginning of our story. And this book is published by Hodder Children's Books. Hugless, Douglas. Oh, I hear a snore. One spring morning, a sleepy someone let out a big yawn from the back of a deep, dark cave. It was a young brown bear, and his name was Douglas. I need a hug, said Douglas. So he wriggled out of his pajamas, brushed his hair, put on a scarf, and went out to look for one. My best hugs are big, thought Douglas. So he went up to the biggest thing he could find, wrapped his arms all the way around it, and gave it a squeeze. It didn't feel right. Oof, grunted Douglas. It's a bit too heavy. Help. What is it? It's a rock. My best hugs are tall, thought Douglas. So he went up to the tallest thing that he could find. What could he find that was tall? That's right, it's a tree. He hugged the bottom, he hugged the middle, and he hugged as high as he could reach. But it was all wrong, and it gave him splinters. Ouch! My best hugs are comfy, thought Douglas, and he trotted toward a cozy-looking bush. He hugged the bush, but something felt very odd. The leaves quivered and trembled. And ran away. Oh no, who's in that bush? Give me a hug, cried Douglas. No, bawed the sheep. We're too busy. He scooped up armfuls anyway and tried to cuddle them gently, but they kicked and squirmed and didn't like it at all. Should we try to hug people if they don't want to be hugged? Poor Douglas. Why can't I find a hug? He said. If I want a hug, said a wise owl, I sit in my tree and... Let me try, whooped Douglas, and he scrambled up next to the owl, but he soon found himself in a little trouble. Hoo, hoo, said the owl angrily. Oh, he knocked the owl off of his perch. I only wanted a hug, sniffed Douglas. Perhaps there's one down here. He felt something long-eared and rabbity and gave it a tug. Oh, no. Douglas could tell the rabbit didn't want a hug. He sniffed again and without thinking wiped his nose on its fluffy tail. Excuse me, shouted the rabbit. Put me down. But I need a hug, said Douglas, and I can't find one anywhere. Oh, I see, said the rabbit kindly. Come with me. He took Douglas by the paw and led him up, down, and around. Where could he be taking Douglas? At last they came to a deep, dark cave where a sleepy someone was just waking up. Douglas peeped inside. He had the funniest feeling. He knew the someone very well. Hug? Asked Douglas, and he ran as fast as he could toward his mommy. Come to think of it, my best hugs are from someone I love, said Douglas, and he snuggled into the biggest, warmest arms he knew. Oh, and I love this. Who else is hugging? Can you see who else is hugging? Yep, it's the sheep, the rabbit, and the owl. Oh, and this is great too. I love that very end has all kinds of hugs. Can you see all the different kinds of hugs? There's even an upside down hug. Do you see the upside down hug? And there's a group hug. There's a don't let go hug. A backwards, back to front hug. A solo hug, a tummy hug. An unrequited hug, someone who does not want to be hugged. A good night hug. And again, this book is called Hugless Douglas by David Melling. All right, now it's time for our song. Today's song is called This Is Big. So during this song, we're going to do lots of different actions. And so I'll go through them once with you, and then we can sing the song together. So our first one is This Is Big. So we're going to hold our arms out as wide as we can and say, this is big, big, big. Good. And then for small, we're going to pretend like we're holding something small in our hands. It's so little, it's small, small, small. Good. And then we're going to do it's short, short, short. Like you're measuring something and it's short. And then this is tall, tall, tall. So I take one hand and go up as high as I can go. This is tall, tall, tall. And then we're going to say this is fast, 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 and run our hands fast together. And then go slower. This is slow, slow, slow. Nod our heads. This is yes, yes, yes. And then shake our heads. This is no, no, no. All right, let's try it out. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. And once we learn it, then we often sing the song again and we try to sing it faster. You ready? This is big, big, big. This is small, small, small. This is short, short, short. This is tall, tall, tall. This is fast, fast, fast. This is slow, slow, slow. This is yes, yes, yes. This is no, no, no. Good job. All right. So that song is called This Is Big. Our next story is called Nobody Hugs a Cactus by Carter Goodrich. This is published by Simon & Schuster. I want to get this closer. You can see he looks angry. There's our opening page. Nobody hugs a cactus. Why do you think nobody hugs a cactus? Yeah, it might hurt if you hug a cactus. Hank lived in a pot. The pot sat in a window. The window looked out at the empty desert. It was hot, dry, peaceful, and quiet, just the way Hank liked it. But every now and then somebody would interrupt Hank's peace and quiet. "Hi, Hank," Rosie the tumbleweed called out. "Isn't it a beautiful day?" Hank ignored her. He just wanted to be left alone. He looks kind of grumpy, huh? He's got his arms crossed. "Okay, so long," said Rosie cheerfully, and she tumbled away. Hank was happy again. But just as he was beginning to relax, "Hello," shouted a tortoise. "Private property," yelled Hank. "Keep out." The tortoise was so frightened that he hid in his shell. Hank was still yelling at the tortoise when a jackrabbit dashed by. "Hiya, Prickles," she shouted. "My name isn't Prickles," Hank yelled back, "and stay out of my yard." "Tumbleweeds, tortoises, jackrabbits, what's next?" said Hank. You see, he's not very happy. A coyote came loping by. "No dogs allowed," Hank yelled. "I'm not a dog," said the coyote, "and you are as prickly on the inside as you are on the outside." Before Hank could yell back at the coyote, a cowboy strode past. "Keep off the grass," shouted Hank. "What grass?" said the cowboy. "Seems to me somebody needs a hug. Too bad nobody hugs a cactus." "Hi," said a lizard. "Who invited you?" said Hank. "And just in case you're wondering, I don't want a hug." "That's good," said the lizard, "because I don't want to give you one." Then he skittered away. You see him? Kind of blends in. An owl landed on the roof. "If you're looking for a hug," said Hank, "well, I guess I could give you one." "Who, me?" said the owl. "You must be joking." And for the first time, Hank began to feel a little bit lonely. The next morning, Hank was feeling more sad on the inside than prickly. Maybe a hug wouldn't be so bad after all. The wind began to pick up. An old cup blew by and stuck to Hank's face. His arms were too short to get it off. "Great," said Hank. Oh no, do you see the cup? How the cup is stuck to his face? How embarrassing. After a while, Rosie came bouncing by. "I'll get it off of you, Hank," she shouted, and she jumped up to knock the cup off Hank's face. Then she tumbled away. That was nice. Hank didn't have time to thank Rosie. He felt bad about all the other times he had been so rude to her. So he came up with a plan. Hank decided to grow the best flower he could and then give it to Rosie as a thank you gift. It took days, but at last it was ready. He couldn't wait for Rosie to pass by again. Do you see his flower? Beautiful pink flower. When at last she finally did come bouncing back, Hank held out the flower. "Look, Rosie," he said, "I grew it just for you." Rosie was so surprised she jumped up and gave Hank a great big hug. It felt so nice Hank didn't want to let go. And as things turned out, he couldn't. Rosie and Hank had become stuck together. But they didn't care. After all, it's better to be stuck in a hug than stuck all alone. The end. I'm glad that the cactus finally got a hug. Nobody Hugs a Cactus by Carter Goodrich. Next, I'd like to tell you about a craft that's really fun that you can do at home that is all about hugs. So this is a really fun craft that you can do, and I'm going to hold this picture up. What you can do is you can just, if you have any paper at home, it doesn't have to be colored, it can be any color. What you do is you just take your hand and you put it down on the paper, and then you're going to trace your hand or your child's hand. You just trace around their fingers so that you have a hand shape. You can cut out 2 of those, 1 for each hand. And then you just need some yarn or some string that you can tape, or they punched holes and put through theirs. But this is actually a hug that you can send in the mail. So you may have grandparents, other loved ones that you haven't seen in a long time, and they would probably love to get a hug in the mail. And basically you're just going to take and trace around your fingers and make 2 hands and connect them with some string, and then you can maybe write a message on these. It says, "I love you this much, XOXO, I miss you." And so this is just a really fun craft that you can do maybe with some supplies that you have at home. And I think it would be really, really fun to get a hug in the mail. So this is just an idea that I wanted to share with you. I know a lot of you love to do arts and crafts. And so also it's just great to spread love and kindness. And I know a lot of people are looking for hugs, and this is a great way to do that across long distance. Thank you so much for watching All Ages Storytime today. If you'd like to find out what's happening at the Jefferson County Public Library, please visit us online at www.mjcpl.org. We also have a Facebook page at Jefferson County Public Library - Madison and Hanover. The main library phone number is 812-265-2744. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.